Dwarf Korean Lilac, and we're presenting this new this season. This will actually ship out on the 6th of May for everyone. Already 5,500 spoken for this month for $25.32. Free shipping, of course, with this one. So, Court, talk to us about this Dwarf Lilac.
Well, there's many species of lilacs around the world. This one is actually from Korea and China. Hard to find. You will not find these growing in the wild someplace. These are special. These are not your unruly 15 feet tall lilac bushes that you have to own an estate if you want to enjoy them. These are compact varieties that grow maybe 3 to 5 feet, and the fragrance
is incredible.
It's taken over this whole corner.
So wonderful. The fragrance of lilac, I think, is synonymous with spring. It's right at the end of spring, beginning of summer that these lilac, these dwarf lilacs, and I want to reiterate that point. These are not going to grow 10 to 15 feet tall where it's unruly. You're not covered with flowers. These are going to be compact enough to use as shrubs or even hedges. And they're going to be covered with these bloom clusters, and so you can cut them, bring them inside to enjoy, give them as gifts.
Sweet.
It's just the best fragrance of spring.
This actually comes in an actively growing plant in a 1 gallon pot. So this is actually the way that it comes to you.
Exactly.
Right?
This
Look
is a
at
1
that
gallon.
right out of the box. And here's the little
It's a
plant
beautiful
emojis.
plant.
We can
Go ahead,
show.
Uncle Court.
All right.
Please show us.
I'll go right ahead. So this is easy to take care of. Medium water. And they are going to attract all the pollinators.
Oh, I'm sure.
The hummingbirds, the butterflies, and also just medium sun.
Okay.
So I know we were talking earlier and you lost some shrubs this year. This would be a great replacement. This is the earliest blooming, sweetest smelling shrub that I
because
could
it really
ever
has a nice
recommend.
Hardy stem and root system too.
Oh,
so
it's
it's really so here's the update I have to give already. We bought in 9,200 for the season. We have 3,500 remaining.
Wow, that's
now,
it.
and this is just reserving yours. They will ship to everyone on May 6th.
Yes.
So in order to reserve yours for that delivery, you need to place your order for this. And I hope you'll take advantage of Easy Pay. If you want to have that, symmetry or,
harmony
to use it in harmony, then you need to think about picking up more than one.
Absolutely.
Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, my brother Devin is all about harmony in the garden. And it's true. Pick up maybe 2 or 3 to put all around your garden to really just create that sense of unison and harmony that you might want.
And I know it's in the color purple, that movie that they said it's, God would be so upset if you walked past a field of purple and didn't take a look at it.
That's right.
And that was not the right.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
But, and that was not exactly paraphrased.
No,
but
of course.
It's just,
that's fun. That's fine.
But it's true, and I think that's why the birds and the hummingbirds stop when they see
look at the next little
and
sparrow.
The fragrance.
Yes.
And I love plants that draw the birds and the butterflies and the hummingbirds because it's an added benefit to Mother Nature and the birds, but also for me to watch them.
We need them to pollinate, right?
Point out to this image that we were just looking at, it's as a hedge. You couldn't do that with traditional lilacs because those were trees, but now you can make beautiful hedge lines along your walkways or borders. So as you're walking, you can kind of brush up along and just get a nice waft of that lilac fragrance.
So I have to interrupt again. Here's another update. We started with 9,200 and we now have 3,200 remaining.
We've only been here a week.
Season. For the season.
That's right.
Reserved now.
This is actually brand new to QVC. This is our first year ever bringing it. So, I mean, we were super excited. You can't find this in your big box stores because it is a dwarf variety of that classic lilac, but now you don't need to have an estate to enjoy this.
And how winter hardy are they again? It's incredible.
Down to -30.
-30.
Yeah,
So
and you know what? Here's
they take the hot sun in the
I think here's what you also should have confidence in is that this is your plant. This is the size and the way that it's going to come to you right out of the box. And then it's going to bloom into what you're seeing behind us. So in the middle here, Stephanie, how long, what are we talking about?
I would say this is after the second season.
Second season?
Yeah, and
look at that.
It's just going to be covered with these beautiful bloom clusters for up to 4 weeks. And
Oh my
I think that
gosh.
the lilac is such an unforgettable fragrance.
It's
and
synonymous with spring,
It
isn't
is, and it's for me very nostalgic. It reminds me of the end of school. Summer's right around the corner, walking home from school.
The windows in the,
That's always
in
a
the
happy time.
schoolroom
Yeah.
are open because those
Right.
old elementary schools didn't have air conditioning.
Exactly.
And then you can start to smell.
Yeah, that was
All right.
Lots of lilac, lots of
no more teachers, no more schools.
No, did you all say that this will last 40 to 60 years?
Decades, yes. So I'm so happy you brought that up, Pat,
Yeah.
because
40 to
plant this
60
with your
years.
kids or your grandkids and let them enjoy it
Watch
for
it grow as
decades.
they grow, right?
Exactly.
And you'll have this in your
so
house if
cool.
it's your forever house for decades.
And then one
Yeah.
day when they get married, they could be carrying the lilacs in their bouquet.
Wouldn't that be nice
that's
for a
a nice
spring
idea.
wedding?
You, meanwhile,
April, May.
somebody please marry our children.
Hey, this one's getting married. She got hitched this,
got
this
hitched.
summer.
Not engaged.
Another
you
one
got
bites the
engaged.
dust. That's the
Yeah.
night. That's the song for that.
Yeah.
Another one bites the dust.
Da, da.
All right. So here's another update. We had 9,200 to
Oh
start.
my God.
2,800 remaining, and the season is just getting started. But just keep this in mind. In order to receive yours, and that will be on the May 6th delivery, you have to put your name on the list. If you don't
You're
do
right.
it,
Yeah.
you can't get. We
Because
can't guarantee
all
it.
the best
is
items,
it.
we have 101 on QVC.com, but all the best ones are gone by
Right.
the end of the season. So
Right.
now's the time to order. And then rest assured, we'll send them to you just the right time to plant. But these are ones that will grow anywhere in the country because minus 30 degrees, way up in Minnesota.
Right.
And they will grow all the way down in the south where it's hot because
In
that's
Florida,
unusual.
Exactly.
Yeah.
South Carolina.
And one thing I wanted to mention, I don't want to
Yeah, go
forget,
ahead.
is after those 4 weeks of blooms, go ahead and cut back those spent flowers.
yeah.
And that will regenerate a new set of blooms in the fall. So you could actually have 2 bloom seasons if
flushes.
you make sure to cut back the spent flowers in the spring.
Really?
So you kind
Yeah.
of get
Wow.
spring lilac and fall lilac,
And
which is
fall.
really nice.
Right. And this is that fragrance that if you cut, then you want them in your house. and it
Absolutely.
just-
Bring them inside. You're going to have hundreds of these bloom clusters.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to cut them, put them in a vase. I think it's a really nice
I love
gift
the
to bring
look
over to someone's house.
And
oh,
the
yeah.
kind of the cascade.
It's like
Once
voluptuous.
each little flower
sort of cascade,
opens up,
they have that
and then
little-
they start to cascade off
Yeah.
of each other. So
Exactly.
they have a almost a weeping willow effect.
You're
and
right.
yet they're still at the end of each one of those is that beautiful bloom.
Mm-hmm.
The color of the flower is also ombre. So from the lightest lilac shade into the deeper saturated purple.
I
in the
wonder
center,
what
they're
came first,
beautiful.
the color lilac or the plant lilac? Something to think about.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg? You're
There you
getting
go.
deep on us, Court. Now
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Thank you for that, Court.
But get them, you're going to love them.
All right, so and 61796, easy pay available, free shipping, and don't forget to get yours on May 6th. You've got to place your order for them now.
All right, we're going to talk about one of my favorite things. Like, if you were anything in the world of plants, would you be a bulb, a tree, a shrub, a vegetable?
I would be a vine.